Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Historic Holman Stadium, scene of this morning's and today's holiday edition of the Nashua Silver Knights as they take on the Worcester Bravehearts on July 4 of 2022. It is a breathtakingly beautiful Monday morning in July. Bright sunshine, temperatures will be in the upper 70s to low 80s for what is scheduled to be a 7-inning contest here on the 4th of July before the city of Nashua holds their very prideful July 4 celebration of the 4th with the free rock and roll concert and the Spartans and, of course, the fireworks show that can be seen for miles. It's an exciting day here in the city of Nashua, and it's starting off with a well-attended game. It seemed to be a great gate. A lot of people walking up to attend this one. Kids having fun down in the kids' fun area down the left field line as we get ready for baseball action. We'll have our first pitch thrown out of the game. I'm John Collins along with Tom King for today's telecast. Our cameraman once again, Tim O'Neill, and our executive producer, Pete Johnson, alongside as well. Sun is right overhead, as you can tell by the shadows here at Holman Stadium as we get set for our first pitch of the game.
Great job.
And just moments away. Two umpires. There was a winning streak going on here for the Nashua Silver Knights since they dropped the first half of a doubleheader by the mercy rule to this same Worcester Bravehearts team last Tuesday. The Silver Knights have gone on a 6-game winning streak. If they win today, they'll be 17-17 on the season, I believe. They'll be back to the 500 mark. They basically have salvaged their season with this winning streak that they hope will continue here today. Every inning, every at-bat counts a lot more because it will be a 7-inning game. So looking forward to some exciting action. You might have caught the telecast on Nesson of Saturday's game here between the Silver Knights and the Pittsfield Suns. That may have been the game of the year. We'll have to ask Tom King about that. He sees them all, but just a spectacular baseball game that actually featured a manager ejection. Kyle Jackson got tossed out of the game for running with the home plate umpire, let us say. And then Kyle Wolf, 4 hits in the game, and the majestic walk-off double. It would have been a triple. Shane McNamara pinch hitting in the 9th to come from behind. The Silver Knights were trailing by a run. They had 2 runners on base, and Shane McNamara hit a blast to right field, straightaway right, that looked like it was going to be a home run, but then it hit the famous Chris English triples gateway out there, about 350 feet away or so off the fence. But by the time that hit the fence, those 2 runners on base were going to score easily, and they did for a 5-4. Very exciting win on Saturday. The Silver Knights backed it up with another win yesterday to continue their winning streak. So moments away from the start of this one. The Knights bullpen has stood strong in the past week, as you would imagine, saving some of these games of this 6-game streak. The Knights had 6 relief pitchers record a 0.0 ERA in the past week of games. Those 6 pitchers are Avery Mousseau, Zach Gittier, Noah Wachter, Cole Glassburn, Will Andrews, and George Welch. They allowed only 9 hits, walked 3, and struck out 26 batters in the past week of those 6 wins in a row. Looks like Al St. Louis, dressed in his usual 4th of July regalia, is going to do the national anthem for us. Right now we're getting our starting lineup introduced. Kyle Wolf, as hot a hitter as they get. I checked the box score. I don't believe he played yesterday, but hopefully he'll pick up where he left off. Ray Velasquez introduced as the left fielder. Will McLean will be playing first base. as he trots out to the middle of the diamond to get set for the national anthem. All important on this day, July 4, 2022. Of course, the birthday of George Steinbrenner always gets played up on social media at this time of year, and rightfully so. Some believe the greatest owner in the history of baseball. I will only agree with that as a Red Sox fan because he was the most entertaining owner in the history of baseball, especially when he was firing Billy Martin over and over again. So we are set for the national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you all please rise and remove your caps as we direct our attention to the American flag located in left field for the singing of our national anthem. Singing the anthem today is the world record holder for the most national anthems in 1 year with 500 performances. Please welcome, from Nashua, New Hampshire, Al St. Louis.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Al St. Louis on the mic for the national anthem here on the 4th of July, 2022. Today marking the first time in 21 years that a game has been played on the 4th of July at Historic Holman Stadium.
Hello, John
Hey,
Collins.
there you are,
Yes,
Tom
I
King.
am
As you well know, 21 years since the last holiday 4th of July game
National Pride matinee, and I, for the life of me, I can't remember if they won or lost. I think they won, but I'm not sure. It was 2001. It was I believe it was either a noon or a 1 o'clock game, not as early as this one.
The Butch Hobson Pride,
Yes, right? Yep. And this is a good crowd today. This is the brainchild of Cam Cook, the general manager, who, in a meeting with the city, approached the city and said, "Hey, how about a game on July 4th if we play it early enough in the day where you can, we get out of here and you'll have all your activities?" And the city said, "Sounds good. In fact, we'll take part and we'll pick up the tab for 500 tickets if you put them online on sale." And that's what they did. And they were gone in an instant.
Nice.
So, yep. So that's what we've got here today. It's a great crowd here today. And John, there's there's a lot of fans, I think, here for the first time. Okay?
Really?
And you know how I know that? They're all sitting down near home plate, a lot of them, right? On a day game, you nearly never see those seats taken because of the sun factor. A lot of them come right back up into the shade. So this is a lot of these people, I think, today are here for the first time.
Yeah, well, they're going to get a good dose of sun down there today. It's right overhead.
Yes, they sure are, and I will at some point, too. I'll probably stay up here, John, for the first inning or first half inning, and I'll go down and take a couple photos and come back up and join you. So we'll stick with this. But this is
Very
where
good.
It all started for the Silver Knights. 6 in a row. They haven't lost since they lost to this same Worcester Bravehearts team back on Tuesday at 11-1, basically a no-show by the Nashua in the first game of a doubleheader. And, in fact, it was a 7-inning game that was cut to 5 innings because it was a mercy rule game. And Worcester left that night. They split. Nashua with a big shutout in the second game. But still, combined in the 2 games, Worcester pounded out 22 hits.
Well, they come out of the dugout swinging in the person of Grinstead, who's leading it off, the lefty against the lefty. Shea Ryan starting for the Silver Knights, Tom.
Shea Ryan, a spot start for him last week, but they've got some rotation issues now, John, because they've lost 2 of their best pitchers.
Well, Grinstead chases, and it's a first batter strikeout for the Silver Knights.
So Ryan has to basically stay in the rotation for now, because what's happened is that Liam Doyle, who we saw with Pinkerton Academy, and pitched a couple of starts here for the Silver Knights, and also pitched up in relief in Vermont, he's got to go to Coastal Carolina for about 3 weeks.
Ooh.
So he won't be back till possibly the 24th of July of this month. So that's a big loss. 2-0, hadn't allowed a run yet until as a starter. In relief he did. Look at the colored bases. You notice the colored bases?
Red, white, and blue all the way around.
That.
Yep.
And also Josh Roberge, who was really a solid starter for them.
Line drive hard to center. Is going to hang up there, and it is snagged.
That rose.
It did.
He thought it was going to drop in front. Then he realized it was going to come to him, and then it rose as it got to him.
Partridge with the catch.
Yep, Partridge with a big catch.
Partridge had to use every bit of his frame at that to get that.
Roberge is down on the Cape. He got a job. I mean, not a job, but he got a spot on, I believe, Falmouth or Yarmouth, one of those 2 teams.
Not bad. High to the right side. Drifting over is McDermott, and McLean is going to take it. The first baseman showing some range back into the outfield. It is a 1-2-3 inning.
1-2-3 inning for Shea Ryan, which is a lot different than what happened last. Ryan pitched pretty well in that spot start. He didn't get the win, but he pitched into the third or fourth inning and did a solid job for them, keeping Worcester off the board. One of the strengths for Nashua in this streak, believe it or not, has been what was been their weakness most of the season. Their bullpen. Their
relief
bullpen
pitching, right?
Their bullpen has come in and done the job, and if one of them falters, the bats have picked them up. So it's been a team effort for this team, and they're 16-17. They'd like to get to 17-17. And look to your left, John. You see the analytics team in the press box.
Yes.
They told me before the game, if Nashua wins this game, it's the 7th straight. They made a pledge if they win 7 in a row, they would get mullets.
The interns would, right?
Yep.
So that's going to be an exciting side note to this one. Let's see if the Silver Knights can come out of the dugout swinging, put some hits together.
But this is something that I think it's historic for this stadium to have I mean, you want a game here. You know what I mean?
You do.
You have this facility. It's a baseball facility now. It's got a team, and not going to happen every year maybe because of the schedule, but maybe it will. You never know. They're used to going to Pittsfield and to other places where, those teams have their community's fireworks shows after the game. Now, that won't happen here because the city allows people to come on the field and sit and everything else and watch the fireworks out there. So, but I just think that you really want to have a game here, baseball. You want to have a baseball game here at Holman Stadium on the 4th of July.
Nothing could be clearer as you walk through the gates today and you smell the popcorn and the hot dogs and just the atmosphere.
And earlier in the game, before the game started, you saw all the kids down there playing in the kids zone. And
they still are. Yeah.
Right.
It's just it's a fun atmosphere. Of course, it's a very prideful day for the city of Nashua. So long they've put on the Spartans and the concert and the fireworks tonight. And usually you couldn't put them together. We were just told you can't have the two in the same day. But credit to Cam Cook and the Silver Knights for finding a way.
Well, I mean, this is, there is a way. I mean, there's 24 hours in a day and the whole bit. But, I mean, it's...
And who ordered up this weather? This is nice.
Kidding.
You talk about the fans down behind home plate and how they're going to kind of cook in the sun a little bit, but not so much as today because the upper 70s instead of 90s.
They'll cook. Believe me, I was out there.
You've been there.
I was
Add
down
10
there.
degrees to that 77.
I was down there pregame. It's hot down there in the sun. So
well, speaking of hot, how's this lineup doing, Tom? Here, so we have Musacchia leading off.
They've picked it up. Musacchia to me is one of their I don't like the incoming freshman rule. I think there needs to be a limit on it, but he's one of the kids I would want. And he's a New York City kid going to Northeastern.
First pitch swinging, hits it to the right side, and it's one up, one down.
If you saw him run down to first, he's got speed to burn. He's probably the fastest player on this team. He gets on base. He's not staying at first base. That's the word around the league. Now on deck for the Silver Knights, you'll see him when he comes up next. Kyle Wolf, the hottest hitter in the Futures League right now.
Facing Jack Cifrino, whose hometown is Dartmouth, Massachusetts. He pitches for Salem State, 6 foot, 185-pound right-hander. For the Worcester Bravehearts, 0-0 game so far. Nice swing there by McDermott, but fouls it off to the left.
Nashua won 3-1 yesterday, kind of a makeshift lineup. They gave a lot of players a day off after an emotional game on Saturday. They came through with 3 runs in the fourth. That's all they needed. They beat Norwich 3-1. And we talked about Goodwin, about Shea Ryan. He was the starter in game 2 on Tuesday, and it started the streak.
Oh yeah.
Avon Cabral was the unfortunate pitcher in game 1 who got knocked around a little bit, and he pitched yesterday. They brought him back yesterday, and he comes out with no earned runs over 5 innings and getting the win, a sparkling performance.
Ripped to center, and this is going to be a slip and a fall, and it gets by the center fielder.
He's got 3.
McDermott churning.
He may have to stop. Yep.
And he does.
That's a good recovery in center field to get that ball in, because it certainly looked like McDermott would get there easily to 3 bases. If that ball kept rolling, John, that's what would have happened. It was slowed up a little bit by the dive.
Grinstead, who's got that great flow going out there, by the way. No mullet for him, but it looks more like Thor. But he got up off the grass pretty quick.
I used to look like that, John.
You look like a Fabio? The Fabio Tom King version. I missed that one.
Yeah.
So Kyle Wolf up in a nice spot here. Boy, it was fun to watch him Saturday on TV.
3 doubles, 4 hits, 4 for 5.
Yep.
2 home runs up in Vermont in 2
one
nights
game,
earlier.
key homers, right?
Yep. They beat Vermont back-to-back. That showed me something. And now they're going to, it's going to be interesting this coming week after this game, because after this game, they face Vermont 3 straight times. 1 in Vermont, 2 at Holman.
And he nubs it foul.
Yeah,
0-2.
Little swing happy because he took yesterday off. So he is another incoming freshman, but not really, because he played in prep school.
Oh, he did. Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, to Boston College we're talking about.
Yep, he's from Andover, and right now he is this team's best hitter.
It's in the dirt. Nice block by Andrew Chronister behind the dish. 1-2 is the count to Kyle Wolf, who's been using all fields. Right, Tom?
Yeah, he can go the other way very easily, and that's the success.
Yeah.
You give me a good hitter in this league, I'll give you a hitter who's able to take the ball the other way.
The 1-2 pitch is on the way. Rips it fair down the line, and Kyle Wolf stays hot.
And another double for Wolf. He's going to try it. Let's see if he makes it.
And he's in there.
He's in.
Barely, but he makes it. Good throw from the left fielder, Kyle Wolf.
Back-to-back doubles.
The hitting machine.
Unbelievable the year he is having right now. He started off hot, then he slowed down a little bit and then picked it up again.
Marquez, the third baseman, made a valiant effort at that.
You still have fans coming in. This is a fabulous crowd for this holiday.
It is.
An 11 a.m. game. I figured it'd be friends and family, but no, there's a lot of people here.
Unlike us, Tom, some people like to get up early, apparently.
Actually, John, you know what? The summer schedule with less stuff going on at night has helped me out a little bit. I was up at 8 o'clock this morning. Can you believe that?
Oh, no.
I know it. That's like the vampire, testing the sun out.
Line drive. No, it's a ground ball, and it's flubbed. I think it fooled the shortstop like it did me. I thought it had more on it, but he kind of overran it to Goodman at short.
There were a lot of people around him. The umpire was in his way. The base runner was in his way.
Bit of a screen going on.
Yeah, I think so, but it's going to be an E6.
Yeah, it's an E6. As far as batted balls go, that's the batted ball version of a changeup right there, and Goodman misses it.
Now, you've got some speed in Velasquez, so
So we'll keep an eye on him first and third with only one out. And here's McLean. First pitch swinging, bangs a single in the right. It is a 2-0 Nashua Silver Knights lead here in the first inning. Well, didn't need to steal second when you're swinging on the first one. And he took advantage of what was a big hole. That's another advantage of having a team in double play positions. Second baseman cheats over towards second, opens up a hole. You're holding the guy on at first. The sabermetricians will tell you that a left-handed batter's batting average goes up. I think it's something like 40 points as a lefty in that situation because of that reason. Holding the runner on, cheating towards second. There goes the runner on the first pitch, throw to third, not in time. A double steal, and unfortunately, looks like Marquez might have got hurt on that. Head first dive by Velasquez. He was in there easily, but bouncing back to his feet is Marquez. So stolen base.
I knew with Velasquez on the bases they were going to try something.
Yeah, and now they have two runners in scoring position with one out. And Chris Katz, the catcher, up there. Powerfully built right-handed hitting catcher for the Silver Knights with home run power. The 1-0 pitch on the way, took a home run cut and fouls it off the catcher's, maybe catcher's mask.
Don't forget this is a 7-inning game. So think of this as being the bottom of the third inning.
Is that Jeff Kleiner back there?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Yep. Jeff's got the plate today. He'll do a much better job than the guy who was there on Saturday, Rick Emerson, who just does not know how to manage a game.
Hit high to right. It's going to hang up there, though.
It's going to score a run.
And it's a sac fly easily. Also tagging up from second, going to third's McLean. It's a 3-0 Silver Knights lead on the sac fly RBI by Katz.
Great way to start off
Sure
the game.
is.
3 runs in the first inning. You got a crowd here. Get them engaged right away. The whole bit.
In a 7-inning game, those 3 runs, of course, magnified, and Silver Knights may not be done. McLean's at third with 2 outs now for Paltridge. Made that nice catch in center to preserve a 1-2-3 inning in the top of the first. Batting here in the bottom of the first as the 7th man in the lineup. Fouled off the end of the bat. It's 1-1. Look out in the stands.
Yeah, and especially a lot of the people here for the first time are going to need to look out.
Yeah, that netting does protect a lot, but you get some of those.
Netting kills my photo ops. You know that, John?
Does it? Yeah. I'm sure you're sacrificing for safety, though, Tom.
Yep.
Ripped
Whoa.
to high to right. That's deep.
over his head. That's
And
over his head.
It is absolutely off the wall on a high hop. It's at least 2. He's thinking about 3, but probably wise to stay. What a shot by Paltridge. 4-0
Now,
Silver
he'd
Knights.
been in a bit of a slump. He was their best hitter starting the season, and then he slumped off. That's a big confidence booster for him. 4 runs in the bottom of the first inning for the home team.
This has got to rival their best first inning of the year, right, Tom? I mean, it's probably up there anyway.
Well, I mean, you know, we did a lot of games last year, and you saw them fall behind right away, and they did not have the bats to pick it up, right?
Right.
This is a little different this year. They can hit. I mean, hitting hadn't been great, but they've got better hitters in the lineup than they had last year. They just needed to produce a little bit more, and they've done that in the last 7 days.
That reminded me a little bit of that Shane McNamara blast off of the triples fence out there,
That
the
was
Chris
his-
English fence.
That was only his 12th at-bat of the year and his first hit of the year.
Ooh,
And
really?
he's a big guy, you know. And
Wow, that must have been a relief, huh?
Well, credit Brendan Martin, the coach, for saying, you know, he's done well with runners in scoring position. He's always put the ball in the air. He's always gotten somebody home. And I just thought it would be a good opportunity. And he pinch hit for Paltridge, who had been struggling.
Wow.
And, you know,
Oh, kidding.
in the cleanup spot.
Yeah.
Or somewhere around there, you know, high in the order. So That was fairly big for McNamara. And he was just thrilled after the game.
Great coach's call there.
Yeah,
too.
it
That's
was.
hit hard to right. That may be at the fielder, and it is. About 100 miles plus per hour.
Boy, John Collins,
Off the bat of Martin.
I haven't seen the left-handed hitters hit this way in a while. They really have tagged the ball. John Collins, I will get down on the field for the next inning, and then I'll be back up probably fourth inning at the latest, hopefully in the third.
Thank you, Tom King. Hurry back. That's Tom King. I'm John Collins. Our cameraman today, once again, Tim O'Neill at sun-splashed Holman Stadium on the 4th of July, 2022. It is a summer of fun for the city of Nashua, the award-winning celebration of free family fun, as we have a kids race in the outfield. They're trying to get ahead of the scooters ridden by Silver Knights players. And one young man looks like he's got a good bid to win. Of course, that's last half that's always the most difficult. I give these kids credit for running as fast as far as they did. A winner. Well, the scooter, it was Jerry Remy's nickname. It's our first 4th of July without him. And good way to honor his memory out there. Scooters in the outfield as the Silver Knights have in between innings entertainment. Gavin Noriega draws leadoff duty, the cleanup hitter for the Bravehearts, who are suddenly looking up at a 4-0 deficit. A big crooked number put up by the Silver Knights that looks even bigger considering this is scheduled to be a 7-inning game. As he faces Shea Ryan, the Silver Knights starter, left-hander, facing a left-hander, and he throws ball 1 to Noriega. Hits the second pitch hard toward the gap. It's going to be, I think he might have missed the bag. He goes into second base, sliding and in there. I don't know if anybody noticed that, but I don't think he touched first. If we could look at it anyway, it's a greatly placed line drive base hit for a double for Noriega, leading off the second inning. He definitely was staring the ball down in the gap as he rounded the base, and maybe he clipped it on the inside. Bases painted red, white, and blue here. The pitch is a strike at the knees. It looked like he was going to bunt, did Lewis Barnum. Barnum, the second baseman for the Bravehearts, batting for the first time here in the 5 spot in the order. Top of the second inning. Silver Knights lead it 4-0 here on 4th of July Day, 2022. Bounded off the plate, 2 high overspin hops. Long throw to first and just in time. Showing off that strong throwing arm right there. Desjardins with that do-or-die quick throw, hard throw across the diamond just to barely nip Barnum by less than half a step. Over to third base on the play goes Noriega. So the Bravehearts with an opportunity here with less than 2 out to drive home their first run. And here is David Pedanu. Right-handed batter, first pitch swinging ahead of that breaking ball, strike 1. So Noriega, leadoff double, moves to third on the ground out, and here is Pedanu facing the 0-1 pitch. Grounded to the shortstop, similar but easier chance for Desjardins, who makes nice work of that. But the run scores, it's an RBI ground out. So 2 ground balls to the shortstop, get home the leadoff double, and it is a 4-1 game now here with 2 outs and nobody aboard in the top of the second. Andrew Chronister, the catcher for the Bravehearts, making his way to the dish. So there was 1 out and a man at third, and a lot of times if a catcher's on deck and he's got equipment on, he won't take it off in case there's a double play. But as people who watch a lot of baseball know, the chances of a double play are lower with a man on third and 1 out. I think the most common double play in that situation is a sacrifice fly ball to the outfield, and then a runner gets thrown out at home. So the fans kind of giving Chronister the business because, you know, that's punishing him for being a catcher, basically, taking the equipment off, taking a little bit longer than your average batter to get to the plate and getting booed for it. So kind of feel for him in this situation. Certainly his counterpart wasn't begrudging him the tie of the shoe. Chris Katz takes a ball high, so it's 2 balls and no strikes as Chronister tries to start another rally with nobody on base and 2 outs here in the top of the second, looking for a 2-0 pitch from Shea Ryan, and swings through it. That might have been high, but he chose to try to hammer a hitter's count fastball and just couldn't get on top of it. 2 balls and 1 strike. Ryan working quickly, foul back. Kind of on the outer edge of the plate right there. Might have taken a little bit off. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Shea Ryan on the mound, just can't wait to get it and throw it, it appears, as he kicks and delivers. That's in the dirt. So the count's gone full to Andrew Chronister. Joe Pesci is on deck. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Popped up, right side. Will McLean calling everyone off. Didn't have to move all that much, and he gloves it. And just as the first inning ended, the second inning ending also on a pop-up to the first baseman. So the Bravehearts do get on the board, but the Silver Knights take a 4-1 lead into the bottom of the second inning here at sunny Holman Stadium. After the Silver Knights game later on today, there's a free rock and roll concert at 5:30 at Holman Stadium. These events for Summer Fun 2022. Let's see what's going on down here. Kids are just winning everything left and right this morning. The Parks and Rec Division of Public Works of the City of Nashua putting on Summer Fun 2022, and that includes tonight's events. As we mentioned, the free rock and roll concert featuring the Slackers at 5:30, followed by the Spartans Drum and Bugle Corps presentation at 7:30. This is all, of course, if you're seeing the game live on July 4 of 2022. That is talking about later today. Also tonight, Nashua Hall of Fame inductions will be made at 8 o'clock before the Spartans Drum and Bugle Corps take center stage here at Holman at 8:30 p.m. And then as night falls, the fireworks show that can be seen for miles, not just by the people here in the stadium, of course, but people in Nashua and surrounding towns get vantage points on the regionally famous Nashua fireworks display. So we go to the bottom of the second inning, and warm-up tosses are completed by Jack Cifrino. Ray Desjardins will lead it off for the Silver Knights. 9 batter in the order getting to bat here in the second inning. That's always a good sign for your team. We have a clapping rally going on here. Desjardins hits it hard, but right at the shortstop. Tough chance for Goodman, but he makes nice work of it. Not an easy play on that difficult final hop. It shows off that good arm. It's 1 up, 1 down here in the Silver Knights' second inning. Carmelo Musacchia from Northeastern University. Batting here with 1 out and nobody on as Jeff Kleiner calls that strike right over the outside corner, no question. That one's fouled off to the right, so quickly an 0-2 count on Musacchia, the leadoff batter in the Silver Knights batting order this afternoon. Sofrino also working pretty quickly. Gets his sign in the 0-2. Ground ball, high hop, easy play for Noriega, steps on the bag. A gift-wrapped second out for the Bravehearts. Jack McDermott, who came into this game batting .333 off of Sofrino, continued it with a shot to center field for a double his first time up. Looks at a breaking ball for a strike. I think he hit a first pitch fastball last time up. And the center fielder, Grinstead, slipped and fell to aid McDermott's efforts in going extra bases. Grinstead did hop to his feet and get back to that ball really quickly to prevent a triple, but McDermott ended up scoring easily on the Kyle Wolf double inside the third base bag. Kyle Wolf is on deck, the hitting machine of late for the Silver Knights. Big key to the 6-game winning streak that they are on, hoping to make it 7 in a row today. The pitch is outside. Good take there. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes on McDermott. Trying to start something with 2 outs here in the second inning. Rips it to center. This one's going to get down. 2 hits and 2 plate appearances for McDermott as Jack sets the table once again for Kyle Wolf. So Kyle Wolf stepping into the batter's box, just a guy that pitchers don't want to see up there at this point. How well he has been doing. There are 2 outs. The pitch is low over the inside corner, but down. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Kyle Wolf, 29 for 75 now on the season for a .386 average. He's got 5 home runs. Season's only about a month, or it's 34 games old now, counting this one. Has not faced Shea before. He rips it to the same spot, and now playing a little bit closer to the line to make the play. Wow, that was just as hard hit, but it's the 3rd out of the inning, as it was Marquez over there hugging the line this time. I guess he learned his lesson from the first double, the shot that Kyle Wolf hit down there. And Marquez certainly made a nice play on that one for the 3rd out of the inning. So McDermott is stranded. And we go to the 3rd inning here at Holman. Among those Summer Fun 22 events, of course, after all the excitement of the 4th of July holiday here at Holman, starting with this morning's baseball game. On Wednesday, some other events. Well, let's look ahead. There's the Nashua Pride Festival, a free celebration of diversity on June 25. That's a Saturday at 2 o'clock. On July 2nd, we had the Tree Street Block Party. That was this past weekend. And then looking ahead, July 29 to events that you can actually attend now. They're ahead of us instead of behind us, I just mentioned. Dancing in the Park, 7 o'clock to 9:30 p.m. on July 29. French Park on Water Street, that is. The events continue strong into August. Summer fun events presented by organizations that support summer fun, including the 8th annual Gate City Brew Fest. That'll be on August 20th, Saturday. August 26th, Dancing in the Park again at French Park. And then Friday to Sunday, the Actors Singers will be putting on a performance in the city of Nashua as part of Summer Fun. You can check it all out on the city's website, of course. Summer Fun 2022 for the city of Nashua. So Shea working now to the leadoff hitter. Velazquez grounds it out. Excuse me, that was Chronister that grounded out to the right side. So 1 up, 1 down in the Bravehearts' 3rd inning. Bravehearts do have a hit. It was a double by Gavin Noriega, and he did score on a sac fly. I mean, the ground ball out to the shortstop. That has been the Bravehearts scoring. So Joe Pesci is up there, and he takes a ball up and away. No, this is excuse me, this is Pesci just grounded out. Back to the pitcher, Mark Diraji grounds back to the pitcher for out number 2. Diraji hit it fairly hard, but fielding his position was Shea Ryan. So 2 up, 2 down here in the 3rd inning. And then back to the top of the order. Grinstead struck out his first time up. That's the only strikeout of the game so far for either team. Most balls have been put in play, and Shea Ryan seems to have a penchant for pitching Grinstead tough as he throws a strike over the outside corner at the knees. That one's kind of on the inside. It was a front door curveball that was coming back. Nothing that Grinstead could do but pull it, so it's 0-2. 2 outs, no on. And Shea Ryan trying to just plow his way through the Bravehearts batting order at quite a clip. 1-2. To left field, it's high in the air though, and Velazquez has it measured. Out number 3. So a 1-2-3 inning for Shea Ryan. 4-1, the Silver Knights take a lead into the bottom of the 3rd inning. In a game that's moving along crisply. Yesterday's just a 2-hour affair. Of course, the one on Saturday that featured the Kyle Jackson ejection and the 4-hit game for Kyle Wolf and the walk-off double by Shane McNamara lasted 3 hours of nonstop excitement here. A game that was telecast by Nesson. You never know what the length of the game is going to be, even when you see one that's scheduled for 7 innings, if it happens to go extras. Of course, in this, the FCBL, Futures Collegiate Baseball League, we do have home run derby to decide ties after 2 extra innings, or in the 2nd extra inning, I think, becomes the home run derby.
In 15 seconds, name 10 of the first 13 colonies.
New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Pennsylvania, Delaware.
Delaware. Just naming them. Trying to name the first colonies, 13 colonies.
How many stripes are on the American flag?
How many stripes on the American flag?
Jonah, what was the first
Nice,
US dollar
13.
printed?
Kevin,
1862. Kennedy.
1862.
Penny. Correct.
Abraham Lincoln. He's on the penny. Some Stars and Stripes trivia here on the holiday Monday, 11 a.m. start. It's still only 11:38 a.m. An exciting day in the city of Nashua, starting with a baseball game at Holman. You walk through the gates, it's just popcorn and hot dogs and baseball, what America's all about right here at Historic Holman Stadium. So Kyle Wolf making the last out unusually there in the 2nd inning means that Ray Velazquez will lead it off here in the bottom of the 3rd, and it's a 1-1 count as he faces Jack Cifrino, Salem State pitcher. Grounded on 2 high hops too. Marquez got that good throwing arm over there at 3rd. He makes another nice play. 1 up, 1 down in the Silver Knights' 3rd inning. Will McLean singled and stole a base and came around to score in the first inning. On a Richie Paltridge double after McLean had joined in scoring with the 3 batters that hit ahead of him in the lineup. McDermott, Wolf, Velasquez, and then McLean, the 2 through 5 hitters all scored. And it's a 2-0 count to the Silver Knights first baseman, Will McLean. Plays for UMass. Pitch. Nice curveball there. Catches the inside third of the plate. 2 balls and 1 strike. Not exactly the pitch that you are hunting on 2-0. And Sofrino's pitch is the fastball. It's hit high to left center and getting over there, making a nice running catch is the left fielder Goodman. Oh, correction, for the left field is Daraji is the left fielder out there. Closed off that lazy fly ball. Katz now the catcher for the Silver Knights, trying to start something with 2 outs as both of these pitchers have fallen into a nice rhythm for themselves, tiring a lot of batters in a row. That one just misses the outside corner, according to Jeff Kleiner, our home plate ump, who had a interesting read at the beach the other day. He posted it online that he was having a rare day off at the beach and he took a book along with him, and it was COVID Baseball, the story of the Los Angeles Dodgers 2020 World Championship season that I believe features Mookie Betts on the cover, the behind the scenes, and it was written by Tim Neverett, the Nashua guy. High in the left side, and putting it away is the shortstop Goodman for the Bravehearts. So a pretty comfortable 1-2-3 inning there for Jack Sofrino. And we go to the top of the 4th inning in a fast-paced game. It is a 4-1 Silver Knights lead. As they're tossing T-shirts into the stands. That one almost made its way up here. I think some of the staff aces came out to fire those T-shirts up here. They went a long way. A lot of the kids and parents wearing their best red, white, and blue attire here, as you would imagine, on 4th of July Day. It is the first time in 21 years that a 4th of July game has been played at Historic Holman Stadium. Last one back in 2001. Silver Knights looking to extend their winning streak, their longest of the season, to 7 games if they can maintain this lead. 7-inning contest scheduled as we play into the 4th, the top of the 4th inning. Temperatures were expected to be in the upper 70s and in the low 80s as we go toward the noontime and early afternoon hours. So Goodman, the shortstop, Jack, drawing leadoff duty. He lined out hard to the center fielder his only time up in this game off of Shea Ryan. It was a nice catch by Paltridge, who kind of had to jump and extend As the ball actually seemed like it was rising even after it had traveled over 200 feet. Line drive to the right side finds the first baseman, and just no luck at all for Jack Goodman. Has hit 2 balls hard right at people, and he's 0 for 2 as Will McLean just swallowed that up. Nice job of making sure that it didn't squirt by him. Takes it alone unassisted. So 1 up, 1 down in the Bravehearts' 4th inning. Jake Marquez popped up to the first baseman his first time up. Takes a strike. On deck is Noriega, who has the Bravehearts' only hit. Way out in front of that one as he waves through it. That was an extra slow breaking ball there from Ryan, who just came back with a 3rd one. But Marquez did not chase. Jake Marquez looking for the 1-2 pitch. That's in the dirt. So 4 straight off-speed pitches from Shea Ryan. Let's see if he mixes in a fastball here. He did, but he went outside with it, and it's 3-2. It's kind of like maybe that might have been a changeup, because he throws his fastball high 80s. Let's see. That one's missing outside, so it's a walk. It's the first walk of the game for either team as Marquez goes to first base. Gavin Noriega lined a ball into the right center gap his first time up and hustled into second base for a double. 1 out, 1 on. The Bravehearts, looking at a 3-run deficit, would love to get another run on the board here in this inning. In a 7-inning game. That's hard hit. The second baseman grabs it, and it just kind of got the best of him. So trying to scramble and get the ball to the shortstop to maybe turn 2 before he really had it was Barnum and McDermott, excuse me. Jack McDermott just with an uncharacteristic play there. So it is a error on the second baseman. It's first and second with still 1 out here in the 4th inning. And Lewis Barnum, the batter for the Bravehearts. First pitch swinging, goes after a breaking ball in the dirt, strike 1. Shea Ryan has gotten a lot of Bravehearts to chase that breaking pitch. Part of his effectiveness to this point in the game, having allowed just the 1 hit. The 0-1 pitch is on the way, and that one's high. So I believe Shea Ryan's fastball does top off around 80. He's definitely a off-speed type of pitcher. It is the Bravehearts pitcher Sofrino that operates in the upper 80s. The 1-1 pitch is on the way to Lewis Barnum. Ground ball off the back of the pitcher. It's going to stay in no man's land, and bases loaded. That'll go as a base hit as Ryan will get checked on now. He took a hard hop right up off the, looked like the number 6 on his back. And the home plate umpire is going to go out there too, just to check on him, whether it might have hit his shoulder blade or spine or anything. He seems to be verbally shaking it off. A glancing blow apparently, and that's a good thing. Where that ball landed after it hit Ryan was just perfectly a triangle between the pitcher, catcher, and first baseman. Nobody was going to get it. And Barnum easily into first base with a hard hit comebacker. Loads the bases for David Padanu. Padanu popped up, grounded out to shortstop and drove in a run, the only run of the game for the Bravehearts a couple of innings ago. Big opportunity here for the Bravehearts. And that one gets away. A wild pitch in the dirt. Actually, it hit the batter, apparently. Another RBI for Padanu, and the umpire says no. He says, no, I don't think it hit you, and there's going to be a discussion. Jeff Kleiner says he didn't see that it hit the batter in the foot, and he's going to go talk to his base umpire. And if the base umpire didn't see it, then David Padanu is going to have to bat with runners on second and third. It's a run either way for the Bravehearts. If it's a hit batsman with the bases loaded, Padanu forces in a run. If it's a wild pitch, the runner came home anyway, and the runners moved up. So base umpire did see it. It hit the foot of the batter. Jeff Kleiner, to his credit, checked and overruled himself. So it's 4-2. The Bravehearts have a chance to tie this game as Andrew Chronister comes up. Hit by a pitch, Padanu. So Padanu has drove in 2 runs without the benefit of a hit or even a sac fly. Ground out to short and a hit batsman with the bases loaded. Chronister popped up to first, ground ball to the second baseman, to shortstop for 1 and to first baseman for 2. A nicely turned double play by McDermott, Desjardins, and McLean to get out of the inning. So instead of maybe tying it up with a base hit up the middle into center field, the Silver Knights turned it into a double play on their second such opportunity of the inning. The Bravehearts do get 1, though, and we go to the bottom of the 4th inning in a 2-run game. It's Silver Knights 4 and the Bravehearts 2 as we move along to between inning entertainment. The push-up competition.
I have a bunch of my friends over here versus 2 of our Silver Knights. So everybody take your marks. On the count of 3. 3, 2, 1, go! Let's give it up for them. They're putting in the work today. Come on, guys, you got it. 2 Silver Knights versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 kids out here. And 10, 9, 8,
Silver Knights trying to sneak in some before the
5,
buzzer.
4, 3, 2, 1. We have a bunch of winners. Everybody give it up for them.
July 4th fun here at Holman Stadium. Well-attended game before the city takes it over. The Parks and Rec Department Division of Public Works. John Collins along with Tom King.
Pitcher's best friend, double play, huh?
Oh, yeah, they had 2 chances at it in that inning. And
Cost
that was
them a
big
run when
one,
they
though.
didn't get the first one.
Yes. So we credit Jeff Kleiner for overruling himself on the hit batsman, Tom.
Yep,
He went out to talk to the base umpire to say, did you see it hit his foot? And apparently he did.
he did. So
David Padanu. I know some batters that would try to claim it didn't hit their foot just so they could bat
get
in
the
that
and get the
situation.
run, right?
Yeah, you know,
So,
you
right.
get the run and you maybe bat 2 home, and you know, because he went down to first base, what did that do?
Double play.
Set up the double play. Kind of probably should have just went with the home plate umpire. Said, yeah, you're right, and then banged the hit, right? Tie the game.
Now
maybe?
that's why Kleiner has over the years become a very good umpire. You know, he's learned a lot.
I
And
see
it's
a
to
lot
the
of guys
point-
call games from here, and I think he's excellent.
Yeah, to the point where they entrust him to teach other umpires. He
Okay.
ran the umpire school during the winter. He thought it was something his father had done. I think his
Yeah.
father was the first one. So
Yeah.
I did a story on it, and he was honored to take a job that his father had taken, the late Larry Kleiner.
And
So
yet,
his
if
father-
Jeff Kleiner had been the umpire on Saturday, Tom, that game would have been a lot less entertaining.
I would have been home. Yeah, it's true. I would have been home a half hour earlier.
I
too.
know. To his credit. But, yeah, it was good TV, I got to say.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
no,
with Kyle Jackson, he joined us in the booth because of that. But
Yeah. No, did you have Kyle on in between?
No, I
innings?
didn't have him on, but I'm
No?
just saying you saw him in here, and he wouldn't have been up here, I think, if
Right.
some of the events hadn't unfolded.
Yeah,
as
he's
they
got
did
a
on
suite
Saturday.
for the day, I think, for the fireworks. And
Oh,
everything else.
beautiful.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, well deserved.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Kyle Jackson from Litchfield, New Hampshire, who got a good play on that telecast that was shown on Nesson.
Former Red Sox hurler, minor leaguer, you would hope so, right?
Got some good screen time.
I'll tell you right now, though, Nashua's going to need more than 4 runs to win this game, I think.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, I do.
As they get a slow hit ground out to the right side, Barnum makes the play, 1 up, 1 down, and the Silver Knights 4th. Well, certainly the Bravehearts are eating away at that lead. It was 4-0, now it's 4-2.
That's it. You know, you're in the bottom of the 4th. You got 3 innings to go, so it's really kind of like the bottom of the 6th. But, you know, in the way we are used to a game, but they're going to have to, I think they need a run or 2 more. Give that bullpen, which right now, I don't know if they're going to have a new pitcher next inning. I would think they might, because Ryan's not, you know, a long-term guy.
Yeah.
He made a spot start last week. They had a reliever warming up earlier. So if I don't see anyone now, so it's either Ryan's going to come out and start or a new pitcher's going to come out and start next inning.
Sofrino takes a lot off, throws it in
And the pitcher was Brandon Shue, who did not look good his last time out here.
Zach Martin, the Terrapin, plays for the University of Maryland, and this being the education station. Tom, what is a Terrapin?
I have no idea, John.
It's a turtle, I guess. I just looked it up. I cheated. I didn't know it was a turtle. I thought maybe it had something to do with bowling.
All I know is they don't belong. They don't belong in the Big Ten. Neither does UCLA or USC.
Wow.
Belong in the ACC. They're an Eastern team.
USC in the Eastern Conference?
No.
Oh, Terrapins.
Maryland.
Oh yeah, they.
Maryland does not belong in the Big Ten.
Right. Controversial subject right now. Yeah.
That's been bad for a few years.
So 2 down quickly and finding his
Yeah,
rhythm is Sofrino.
Yeah, I thought last inning was a chance for them, but
Ray Desjardins could do something here by getting aboard as the 9 batter in the order for the top. Get them back up there with their hot bats, and he takes a nice cut but fouls it off the catcher's mitt. 1 ball and 1 strike. Sun high directly overhead here, just as we are a few ticks away from the noon hour.
Yeah, it's not cool out there, John. Okay,
In the
let's
sun.
let's toss that out the window. All right.
Says Tom, coming back from cooking out there in the sun.
Let's not give people that impression.
We have sun umbrellas out all around the stadium.
Oh, nice
Marquez
play
with
on the
that
spin.
good
The
arm.
spin
man.
got him the out.
Good play over there.
Play.
Third
That's
base.
much better play on that side of the infield for Worcester than was earlier in the game.
Right.
So, and now Nashua again very quickly going down in the 4th inning.
1, 2, 3.
Yep.
So we go to the top of the 5th. The Bravehearts
And
down
now
by 2.
Ryan is going to come back out.
Healthy body starts with a healthy bat. So keep up on your dental care. Now with 2 locations.
Going to clean off the bases.
And Dental Worcester Highway.
Our red, white, and blue bases here on 4th of July holiday.
The dental promotion.
Yeah.
Which they're not. Yeah, now they're playing it. Okay.
Let's see what's coming up this week in the Summer Fun 2022 calendar. Wednesday, you got the Bach Lunch Concert at the library. Right about this time on Wednesday, July 6th of this week, the Nashua Library. And more activities, a lot of activities at the library. On Thursday, Lindsay and her Puppet Pals summer concert on the plaza over there with folk songs by Jeff Warner at 7 o'clock this Thursday the 7th. And then Friday, right here where Tom King will be, fireworks after the Silver Knights game.
Yeah, it's also Greater Nashua NAACP night, John. It's part of the 75th anniversary of Nashua's role in breaking the baseball color barrier.
As signified by our legendary red brick wall in left.
Yeah, and the murals that are out in front and the names on the streets, the whole bit.
Sure.
So a portion of the proceeds will be given to the Greater Nashua NAACP, and Vermont will match that.
Beautiful.
Because they're the opponent. And I'll tell you why that's fitting.
First pitch swinging, pop out to short.
And that's fitting, John, because the owner of Vermont is Chris English.
Right.
And Chris English is the one responsible for those murals on that wall, for those numbers on that wall.
Right.
Is the owner of the National Pride. They're the ones who put that up there.
Brilliant move. To this day, brilliant move. So we have a 1 up, 1 pitch, 1 down situation here in the top of the 5th inning. Mark Daraji, the left fielder, barely had a time to put his batting gloves on in the on-deck circle, and he's doing it now to face Shea Ryan, who is one of those guys, get the ball, throw the ball type of pitchers, and you've got to love it. Only has allowed 2 hits so far in this one as he throws the ball low to Daraji.
Yep, one of those, a double that led to a run.
Ground ball, hard hit right at the shortstop, and a stumble and a fall from his knees, and safe. What a throw. That's got to go as an error, but it was a tremendous recovery. Is it, Tom? It's got to be an error, right? Do you give a stumble as
and he fielded it
act
cleanly.
of nature?
He fielded it cleanly.
He did.
So,
well, there's one for the
yeah, I
official
would say it's a hit,
Okay.
an infield hit, unfortunately. But again, when he was making that play, I was going to say this is the defense is what's got to be paramount now in the next couple innings.
He got so much on that throw, he almost overthrew it. So Will McLean did a nice job to go up and glove that.
Right.
And credit to the batter, Daraji, for hustling down the line. Ripped to right, base hit by Grinstead. And his 3rd time up, made no mistake on that breaking
this
ball.
is why I said this Worcester team can hit. And this is why I said you're going to need more than 4 runs to beat them today.
At the moment, looking
You have
prophetic.
The 8th and 9th hitters are on base. So now you get the big boys coming up.
Well, we usually talk about figurative stumbles, Tom, but we just had a stumble by a Silver Knights infielder.
This is it for Ryan. They're going to take him out, and I believe it'll be Brandon Shue coming in. We'll see.
Okay, so Shea Ryan, who had only given up 2 hits before I started talking about that, and gives up 2 in a row.
Well,
so he comes out.
Let's see if it is Shue. Shue is...
He pitched Saturday.
Well, in my mind, he is a clean inning guy, not a reliever with men on base.
Okay.
And as a clean inning guy, he's not bad. He'll give you 1 inning. Then you got to watch out for the next inning because they time him. And he hasn't made the adjustments. I don't like him coming in here with men on base. He's not a very good pitcher with men on base. We'll see. Coming in this situation, we'll see how it goes. I think he's better as a clean inning guy. His results have proven that, but they're limited right now. They used a lot of bullpen guys yesterday. They used 4 relievers to an inning each. So, but they're going to have somebody warming up fast because they don't want to give this lead away. But Shue is a lot of times a fly ball guy, not a ground ball guy. Can get the strikeout, but doesn't throw exceptionally hard. Out of Brookline, New Hampshire, a Hollis Brookline alum. He was the Telegraph Player of the Year last year as a pitcher and a hitter for Hollis Brookline. So
I don't know how much do we zoom in on him, Tim? Can we see his face? I thought when I watched him Saturday on TV, of course I see him pitch a lot here, but I'm at a distance. He looks so young to me.
He is young.
Like he's a young kid, right?
Yeah, he left Hollis Brookline his junior year.
I mean, I see a lot of high school kids that play here at Holman that look older than Mr. Shue, and that's the credit to him because when he's my age, he's going to look young too.
Well, he's already had a year at the University of Rhode Island. He's not an incoming freshman.
That's amazing, isn't it?
He's a sophomore. He'll be a
fans
sophomore.
look at him at home, Brandon taking his warm-up tosses. Definitely pitches like a college pitcher, though. And he's in a tight spot here, as Tom mentioned. It's a hot-hitting team. He's in the top of the order right now. Is Jack Gorman with the high noon showdown with Brandon Shue and
Brandon Shue.
Excuse me.
HSU. That's how you spell his name.
And Shue is how you pronounce it.
Yep.
And right now it's Shue versus Goodman in a key spot. 1 out, 2 on, representing the potential tying runs here in a 4-2 game. The pitch. Ripped high and deep to center field. Going way back to glove it. Paltridge Nice play and an easy tag up and advance to third for the Bravehearts.
See exactly what I said, right? Fly
Yeah.
ball pitcher.
Yeah.
So
Boy,
it's
that
a
was
good
deep.
thing for him that there are 2 down.
Now batting.
Right.
From University of Maine, third baseman.
Well, not wasting any time was Goodman. He saw a pitch he liked and he drove it well over 300 feet.
Right.
Probably closer to 380 right there by the time Paldridge gloved that one. That's one that if you're the Bravehearts, you want to hit that one down the line, and then it's way out. But here's Marquez, the
Yeah,
3
but
hitter.
watch now, John. You got the first and third here, and this is when some things will happen on the bases.
Shu's pitch, a curveball misses
Yeah,
outside.
Shu is gonna
I'm going
want-
to guess because it's the 3 hitter for the Bravehearts, Tom, that they might not want to take the bat out of his hands as far as trying to steal.
With 2 outs, they might, John.
They
Can steal a run,
Yeah. That's a strike.
and he faked going at first.
He did. He definitely has speed. That's Grinstead over there, and he
I wouldn't waste his speed. I would do the first and third, force Nashua to make a play because they can get runners in second and third. John, get tying runs.
right.
He's doing something.
Is he going? Long hold by Shu.
There he goes.
He does go, and it's fouled back. Mighty cut by Marquez.
What'd
Got
I
a
tell you?
piece. Yeah, you know that's why a lot of the teams I played on over the years they big on going on the first pitch. If you're gonna go, you know, because then you're in this situation here where the batter's got to protect.
Yep.
So you're going to be going on every pitch now because the guy can't take a pitch anymore and let you steal the base. The 1-2 pitch,
There he goes again.
and that's high.
And they're gonna give it to
fake
him.
the throw, yeah.
And now, second and third with 2 outs, tying runs in scoring position for Worcester.
Well, here's where Worcester's got some protection because Noriega has been looking like he's swinging a hot bat, and he's a lefty on deck. So they're not going to pitch around Marquez here. They're going to pitch to him. 2 balls and 2 strikes. They kind of have to.
See, Shu does not have that big velocity to get the
That
strikeout.
out pitch.
I don't think he's got it. Let's see. See, that's his out pitch. He's got to get batters flailing at that. If he throws that ball over the plate, it's trouble. And now he runs the count full to 3-2.
So Marquez has got to be licking his chops here if he gets
He's
a base hit.
He's got to be. This is going to be a tough pitch for Brandon Shu. He's got to get this pitch almost perfect.
The 3-2 is on the way. High and deep to left, drifting
Catchable.
back. Velasquez has it.
Catchable.
Might have been off the end of the bat.
Yeah, but see, that's the
Whoa.
danger with Shu. He's around the plate, and,
Yep.
and he's a fly ball pitcher. So they get out of it barely, but they did, and they maintain the 2-run lead. First and second, 1 out, and Nashua gets out of it. Good job by Bray. Got to give credit. Brandon Shu did that job.
Yes. Marquez, who is a 363 hitter,
But in my mind,
gave it a ride.
Shu did the job.
Yeah.
You take your points, you walk away clean, and then you get someone else in for the 6th. That's how I look at it.
A big 2 outs, 2 deep fly balls. If you add them up, they're probably about 700 feet.
Yeah, no kidding, huh? I know it.
But they're both outs and no runs in. So Shu does his job. As Tom said, we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. The Silver Knights with an opportunity to get some insurance runs
Yeah,
here.
they need him. They need him in my mind, John Collins.
Well, this
So-
this bullpen's been doing dynamite, though, hasn't it?
Yeah.
As we talked about earlier, the Silver Knights bullpen has allowed only 9 hits against 26 strikeouts in this 6-game winning streak.
Yeah, they've done the job. You know, I mean, they've got some strikeout pitchers out there.
0.00 ERA.
Noah Wachter, the improvement of Noah Wachter has been a key. He would come in, John, and you know when certain pitchers come in, it may not always be their fault. Stuff just happens.
Yep.
Noah Wachter was one of those guys. And I think the way you avoid that is the strikeout. And Noah Wachter has done that. He has added some velocity to his pitches, and it's made a lot of difference in my mind. I mean, I'm no expert, I'm no coach, just watching him. He was a different pitcher on Wednesday night, which was a huge performance for him. And he's followed that up.
So the Silver Knights, who've got all kinds of fan support right now, doing the wave here at Holman Stadium, batting in the bottom of the 5th inning with their next best chance to score in the persons of the top of the order. It's going to be Carmelo Musacchio who swings through that one.
Let me tell you right now,
Yep.
look where the third baseman is. If I'm Musacchio, I lay one down. He has got
All he
the
has to do is put it fair.
He's got the speed to do it. It'll be an automatic base hit.
Almost got hit by that one.
And why he's not doing it, I don't know. But I would do it.
Maybe it's just not in the arsenal. Doesn't think about it.
If it should be. That's one of the reasons he's here.
Yeah. Oh, really?
You know,
Yeah.
I mean, he's
It
here to
should be.
learn, right?
Yeah.
He's here to become a better player. That's why these players are here. So, I mean, the college is their main season. Let's not kid ourselves.
Hey, you know, when I think I told you this story earlier in the season. The
See,
strike 3 call.
Yeah, see, that's not a good at bat.
No, you're right.
He's got to do something.
No, you're
He's
right.
got to put the
Yep.
ball down.
Yep.
And
you're
either
absolutely right.
you call it
Yep.
as a coach or he does it on his own. But he's got to do something in that leadoff spot. You cannot look at 2 pitches like that. You can't do it.
Tom King.
Really? I mean,
basically, you
I'm
should
telling
be
you.
in the dugout, man. That's
I'm telling you,
good
John
stuff.
Fagula,
That's
the late-
Division I college coaching right there. You just said it.
The late John Fagula had a great rule, right?
Yep.
I think I told you this story before. Tim Neverett played for him. John was a JV coach under Charlie Mellon. Baseball. Obviously girls basketball is what he's known for, but he was a very good baseball coach and a good football coach. But JV baseball coach. So Tim Neverett's up. Takes strike 3. Goes to the dugout.
Oh, I think I remember this.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's getting his glove. They're all set to go back on the field. He's getting his glove and everything else. John goes, "Where are you going?" He goes, "I'm going out to the right field." He goes, "No, you're not." He says,
Oh, man.
"On my team, you take a call, 3rd strike, you're sitting for the rest of the game."
Wow. I had a high school coach like that.
Yep. I love it.
Yeah.
If the
Yeah.
pitch is that close, swing
Right.
at it.
Right.
Protect the plate.
Swung on and missed, and it's a quick 2 strikeouts.
He's obviously made some adjustments from that first inning.
Still Sofrino, right, Tom?
Yeah, I think so.
Positive call. Designated hitter number 12, Kyle Wolf.
So, yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, it's been a different story from that first inning on, hasn't it? 4 runs in the first, and that's been it for the scoring for the Silver Knights.
Now, this guy, Kyle Wolf, can get some stuff going,
He
but
sure
unfortunately,
can.
there's 2 outs and nobody on.
Yep.
Hit the ball hard his last time up and out at third base, but he still hit it hard.
Marquez made the adjustment there, Tom.
Yeah,
he took away the line.
Right, exactly. And Wolf does not get cheated.
So 70 years ago, 7-0, there was a 1952 World Series, and Jackie Robinson and Roy Campanella actually batted back-to-back in the lineup. I think it was like 1 and 2.
Yep.
And they both had bunt singles in that Game 7 of the World Series 1952.
Well, that's where the bunt was involved. I mean,
It wasn't
look,
it? It was totally in vogue.
even
Every
in the-
guy would
even
think
in the
about it.
70s and even into the 80s.
Even the power hitters would do
I'll
it.
tell you what's changed it.
Those 2 guys' numbers are on the wall out there.
I'll tell you what's changed it. Over time.
Money?
No,
The long ball?
the DH.
Oh, the DH.
Pitchers don't bunt anymore, so it's not even.
Oh, right.
It's not even anything.
Yeah.
There's no pitchers to hit. Another pull ball down the line. Down the third.
Marquez has seen 3 balls,
Yep.
and only one's got by him, as Kyle
Right.
Wolf doubled earlier in the game. He's hit 3 balls hard, but he's 1 for 3, and the Silver Knights go 1-2-3 here in the 5th. 4-2 the score.
Let's see who we get now. We got a new pitcher coming in for Nashua. So Shu does the job. And now we have, let's see who we have here.
21.
Might be Will Andrews, not sure.
No, he's going to third.
Or have a cocktail at the on-site hotel, restaurant, and bar. Player is offering a Silver Knights discount.
Yeah, you'll find out in a second when the young man turns his back here, number 35.
That is Will Andrews. I was
Will
right.
Andrews, yep.
Will Andrews, 5'11", 165 pounds, sophomore out of Wake Forest. Another Wake Forest player on his team along with Chris Katz. Will Andrews has pitched very well. He's got some velocity.
Now pitching for the Silver Knights. From Wake Forest,
So it'll be
number 35,
the
Will
4, 5,
Andrews.
6 hitters due up for the Bravehearts. That's basically where they've gotten their runs in that part of the order. Gavin Noriega, Louis Barnum, and David Pedanu. And Pedanu has knocked in both runs in unusual fashion. Ground out and a hit batsman without the benefit of a sac fly or a hit. He's got 2 ribbies.
And a reminder that Friday
So Will Andrews pitching to Chris Katz here in the top of the 6th inning. Of course, because it's a 7-inning game, the Bravehearts down to their last 2 at-bats. So this is a key part of the order that Will Andrews will be facing. If he goes 1, 2, 3, he'll be facing the bottom of the order in the final frame. Big if, though. Beautiful day here at Holman Stadium.
Nice breeze.
What's your plans for the rest of the day, Tom? Is it a work day all the way through, or?
Well, let's just put it this way. I'm going home after this game. And I'm not leaving.
Yeah?
Yeah. Well, I'll have some writing to do, John Collins.
Yeah.
I'll have to post a section later tonight, but we're gonna relax a little bit at the Tom Pound.
Yeah.
It's been a busy weekend. I mean, you got games Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
yeah.
So luckily they've been during the afternoon, so you can kind of get a lot of the work done. But
Have you seen Top Gun yet?
nah, I haven't been in the movies in years.
Well,
John,
I should give him the $15, Tim. I should give it to him.
No, John, I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
I'm still avoiding large indoor
Oh, okay.
places.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Sometimes you can, online these days, you can check who's sitting in there. Sometimes you're by yourself.
Yeah, yeah.
Depends on what show you go to.
Right.
Now, I just wanted to bring that up because yesterday, Tom Cruise joined Tom King in his 7th decade of life. He
How
turned
about
60
that? He
yesterday.
was 60 yesterday. Huh?
Yes.
How about that, huh?
Yeah, big day for
Jeez.
Tom. And he celebrated in a sports way. He was at the Grand Prix Formula One racing
he's a race car guy.
in England.
Yep, race car guy. He
Yeah.
actually played a race car driver in a movie, right?
He did.
Yep. Days of Thunder?
Days of
That's-
Thunder.
yeah, that's
Very
what it was,
good.
With Robert Duvall.
Yeah, well, see, somebody doesn't go to the movies a lot. You know your movies.
Yeah, pretty much. Here and there. Not lately, not a lot of the last few years, but
Right.
but yeah, I'm still avoiding. I right now, this time of year, I'd rather be outside.
TV day is Friday the 15th. It says.
Much rather be outside on even in the evenings.
Uh-huh.
A lot of people go to the movies on a day like this to get indoors, AC, the whole
Sure,
bit.
yeah.
Yeah, no, me outside. But if I'm not mistaken, we haven't had great weather on the 4th the last couple of years, right?
I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's sort of unsettled.
Wasn't it last year? It was freezing.
Was it really?
It was
I
one of those
worked
2
it.
years.
I remember.
One of those 2 years, it was like in the the highest it
Ah,
got
you
was
might have
low
been right.
60s. It
Yeah.
was just ridiculous. And then
This is ideal. This is low 80s today,
Yep.
except for
yeah,
when
it's
you have
a-
to
this
go
is a-
out and
yeah, it's
cover
a
it.
perfect summer day. We've had some forts where it's been brutally hot as well.
Oh, yeah. 90s.
Yep. All right, reliever's job when they come in, throw strikes. And
Right.
that's what Andrews has to do. He's down to the count 2-1.
Yeah, leadoff batter here, all important in a 2-run game. Will Andrews trying to preserve that lead. 7-inning contest. We're in the 6th. And Noriega looking to get on board, takes a ball. It's
Andrews is
3-1.
Andrews is trying to backdoor curve. Andrews is at his best when he's attack mode. Pitch to contact here. You've got 2 innings to go to get your 7th straight win. Let your defense do the work behind you.
Noriega, a 358 hitter, looking at a 3-1 pitch
I'd
here.
love to know his average with the count 3-1.
You might get a glimpse of it here. No, ball 4. Not a. It was an easy
that's
take
not
there.
what he's in
No,
there for.
no.
That is another pet peeve of mine. Relievers who do not throw strikes. And there is activity already now in the Nashua bullpen.
So I believe that's only the first, or maybe second walk of
That
this
is
game.
the second walk of the game
Yeah.
for a Nashua pitching. But it comes at not a very good time.
Lewis Barnum is 1 for 2. Ground ball at the first baseman. McLean throws to Desjardins, back to McLean.
How about that? Now, he doesn't run. He thinks it was.
What does he think?
He thinks it was office.
He thought it was catcher's
thought it was-
interference.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
Jeff said he didn't see it.
Yep.
And,
And there's going to be an argument, and they'll probably ask the first base umpire.
sometimes that's a really difficult thing for anybody to see or hear.
They're not going to appeal it.
No. Boy.
That is a huge play.
Yeah.
3-6-3 double play.
And you know, I kind of don't doubt the batter there a little bit. The way that did come off kind of funky, the way he.
Didn't it?
Yeah. It looked like a swing and then a check swing and then a roller. And it's a thing where if you do super slow-mo replay maybe from 2 to 3 different angles, you
Right.
can probably see it, but that's a tough call. So a big double play for Will Andrews. And David Pedanu batting with nobody on now. Big swing. He got an RBI his first time up with a ground out to short. He got a RBI his second time up with a bases loaded hit by pitch. So the only way he can get an RBI this time is by a homer. The 1-1. Big swing, not going to come close to that. The ball just fading away, not even in the strike zone.
God, look at the activity down in the kids' room.
Oh, it's totally a buzz.
It's unbelievable. I haven't seen it like that here.
Yeah, it's not hot enough to deter any of the kids. Strike
How about
3.
that? But
Oh,
see,
power
that is
pitching.
the Will Andrews I know. That's the guy who goes after the hitters with some good stuff. And that one, that time, I think that double play really pumped him up. Maybe it's time of day he needed a little recharge. You know what I mean?
Yeah, his fielders certainly picked him up with a nicely turned 3-6-3, and he backs it up with a 3-pitch strikeout of Pedanu. And we go to the bottom of the 6th. The Love Is Gone song takes center stage here at Holman.
For those of you who haven't been here, you're going to have the fans here have a treat. For those of you on watching us on Nashua TV, you'll have a treat as well. "12:20 in the afternoon on July 4th.
Nicely done. Fans appreciate it. A lot of the fans wearing their best red, white, and blue attire today, as you might guess. On a beautiful day at Historic Holman Stadium. First time we've had a 4th of July baseball game here in 21 years. And wouldn't you know, Tom was at both of them.
Well, you were
Bookending
too,
it.
weren't you, Richard?
I think I was.
Yeah, I think you were. You were doing the radio.
What am I talking about?
You were doing the radio, right?
Yes, I was.
And this was not. It was not this press box. It was a pre-renovation.
Oh, was it?
I think it was pre-renovation.
Wow, okay. Yeah, the F Troop Tower over there. And
No, not
field.
that tower. We
Wasn't
were
that
behind
one?
We were behind
Oh,
the
no,
pole.
it was
Look,
this
turn
one.
Around. Look at the brick wall behind you. We
Bring it
baked,
back.
We baked in that wall.
That's right.
Kidding me?
How did I forget that?
And later
I put the bad stuff out of my mind, I
And
guess.
then later that
A
season.
baked brick oven. We were like Bertucci's back here.
Later that season, Sam Horn hit a home run to send us to extra innings. We were here for 16 innings.
I remember that
on the
because
hottest day of the summer.
I completely lost my voice by the
matinee.
time we barely made our dinner cruise down in Boston that
Yeah,
night.
I had a visitor coming, a friend of mine coming.
Oh.
He had to sit out on the porch for on his front steps
For hours.
for about an hour to wait. You know, I told him
Golf
don't
to center.
hurry.
Grimstead measures it, and one up, one pitch, one down here in the Silver Knights 6th.
It's all going to come down to the bullpen.
Yeah.
Let's see if that's. I don't know if it's going to be Welch or Wachter to come in, left-hander in the bullpen. It looks is the blue. It's a blue glove. It's going to be George Welch coming in for the 7th inning. The ESPN Web Gem guy who made a turnaround catch in the second game of that doubleheader last Tuesday, June 28th. If this team makes the playoffs, they will look at June 28th as being the turning point of their season.
Marking it.
And that play is one of them.
Our next TV game, by the way, on Nashua TV will be Friday the 15th of July.
Oh, now I know. I was wondering when.
Yeah, and it's
I wasn't sure.
6 o'clock start, of course, so we'll mark that down. Friday, July 15 here at Holman. Not sure who it's against off the top of my head. One of the teams I haven't seen.
It's got to be, it's got to be one of the teams we haven't done, right? So
yeah.
It's not Brockton who, we did the game with
behind
Brockton. We did the game with Brockton on the Education Day game, the game that didn't count. That was their last appearance here. The Suns are not going to be up here again. The Brockton Suns, with Pedro and all those players, with Pedro Martinez Jr. and
yeah.
They only played here 3 times this year. Westfield's been here 5 times. I don't get it. Wouldn't you want to play most of your games against a team that's closer, or have them at least come as many times?
Yes. Guess a question for the schedule makers. 3 balls and 1 strike.
Dave Peterson, the Worcester general manager, is the chief schedule maker for the league.
Will McLean in the driver's seat here, trying to get the Silver Knights' first hit in a while. Rocks one to right center.
Hang.
And Grimstead closes
they've
it
hit
off.
a lot of those today. They've
Yeah.
hung up there. They've hit the ball solid.
So 2 up, 2 down on fly balls to the center fielder. One was pretty much at him, and that one he had a runaways. And Chris Katz trying to start something with 2 outs. He's got a sac fly RBI.
That is 12 straight retired.
Ooh, feeling it was a lot. Trying to break that string. So our pitcher, you said Hodges in the bullpen? Strike.
No, George Welch.
George Welch. Excuse me, I don't got Hodges. George Welch is pitching for Mullets, Tom, right?
Yeah.
The 7 in a row.
Does this mean I have to wear
interns.
Does this mean I have to wear
You
my
should.
mullet wig?
Oh, you really should. High fly to right. I tell you, if they are still winning by the 15th, you definitely have to wear it. So 3 flyouts to the outfield, and the Silver Knights go down quietly in the 6th. It's up to the bullpen to preserve this 4-2 lead as we go to the final frame here on a special 7-inning edition on 4th of July at Historic Holman Stadium. The Nashua Silver Knights interns have pledged to cut their hair as mullets if the 7-game winning streak occurs. I believe our
Salute to service.
salute to service going on here.
Yeah, where they ask those who have served in the armed forces to stand and
Be recognized.
And it's a great thing for this team, and players all come out and take part in it. That's the one thing that's great about these players, the college players. They'll take part and they'll do a lot of things here. So here it is, George Welch, the fireballer, to try to close it out. He did it yesterday, 3 up, 3 down, and he'll try to do it today. The thing with Welch is he'll throw he's got a lot of velocity. He's also got a tantalizing curve that doesn't exactly break as much, but it changes speeds. And he can guide it to home plate and get a quick strikeout and freeze the hitter with it. George Welch, you saw him work on the footing. He's a big footing guy.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
he's working at it still.
Yeah, exactly. And Southern New Hampshire University, he was with this team in 2019. I don't believe he was here in 2020. He was here last year and out here this year. Don't forget, a lot of these players have extra years, John, because of the COVID years.
I tell you what, I give credit to Jack Sofrino, Tom.
He did a great job, didn't he?
I mean, he didn't look like he was going to last, and all of a sudden he pitched the gem the rest of the way.
Makes the adjustments. And Welch in the same situation he was in yesterday, to come in with a clean inning and a 2-run lead, and that's what he had yesterday afternoon in the Sunday matinee game. This will be a big outing for him. Team has the day off. The league is all playing today. They normally do not play on Mondays.
Yeah.
And so they will all be off, all the teams, unless there's a makeup game scheduled, all the teams will be off tomorrow, and then the league play will resume on Wednesday. Nashua will head to Vermont. Then Vermont will be here for 2 games on Thursday and Friday. The Lake Monsters.
Most major league teams play on 4th of July. I know there's a few that do have the day off.
You know who has the day off, John Collins?
The Yankees?
Yes.
Wow, that's unusual, huh?
Team with George Steinbrenner's
birthday.
July 4th.
Yes. I got a George mention in at the top. And you know,
the day off.
The Red Sox are playing a night game tonight.
No, they're playing an afternoon game.
That's an afternoon
it's
game?
an afternoon game?
Oh, I'm sorry.
1 o'clock against Tampa Bay.
Oh, Tampa Bay, 1 o'clock. Okay, that makes sense. I was going to say they're going to go up against the fireworks, but it's a 1 o'clock game.
Yeah, 1 o'clock game.
So we go to the top of the 7th in a 7-inning game, and it's going to be Andrew Chronister that will lead it off for the Bravehearts, trying to get on against George Welch. Lead up batter all important, especially when your team is down by more than a run. 4-2, Silver Knights with the lead. It's the bottom of the order, thanks to the fine work that was done by the Silver Knights relievers to get 5 outs in a row, basically, with you mix in the double play. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Cronister to be followed by Joe Pesci and Mark Diraji, barring any pinch hitter. Foul tipped into the mitt, strike 2. 84
Well, it's a
on the
strikeout
gun.
guy. This is what he does.
Mid-80s on the radar gun here at Holman. The pitch. Strike 3, and it's in the dirt, and the tag is no. He says he missed the tag, but he'll complete the strikeout. 1 up, 1 down in the Bravehearts' 7th inning. Joe Pesci batting now with those throwback stirrups.
Now batting from Franklin Pierce University. Right fielder. Number 8.
Franklin Pierce University. Pesci. Looks like those Woo Sox are going strong, Tom, huh? The Red Sox, former Pawtucket affiliate, moving up to Worcester. Hard hit to the hole. That's going to get through. So they get a base hit with 1
and
out.
it was dying as it hit the hole, too.
Yeah.
Went out there fairly slowly once it hit that dark
Yeah.
patch.
Perfectly placed, though. So,
This is going to be interesting.
yeah, it's the 9 hitter in the order. Diraji certainly looks like a slugger. Oh, is it?
Right, 16? No,
It is
let's see, it is
Diraji.
Diraji. Okay.
Pinch runner.
Pinch runner, yeah, because the coach had come over to him to the umpire to make a change. So now with Welch, don't worry about that runner at first. Doesn't mean anything.
Oh, really?
You know?
That's right, because he's down. He's up
down-
2.
He's up 2.
Up 2.
So just worry about the hitter.
Checks the runner briefly, throws to the plate, strike.
That's the pitch I was telling you about.
Strike
that
1.
curveball that guides in there.
Yeah. Welch comes set. The 0-1 pitch to Diraji. Throws the first
See,
and
that's
throws it
why
away.
you don't worry about the runner. See what I mean?
Yeah.
You took yourself right out of the double play with a careless throw to first base. You don't care about him.
Sure, and the same thing's in effect now. Even though he put him on second, you
Don't
just
care
don't worry
about him.
about him that much.
Right.
Let him take third if he wants it.
You do not. That's baseball 101.
It is.
Don't worry about the runner.
You know, give him a look, but just worry about the batter. So Welch's pitch is fouled to the left.
Now, see, my theory on 7, 8, 9 hitters
Yeah.
against fastball pitchers, they see a lot of fastballs, right?
Right.
They don't see a lot of curveballs because pitchers aren't as afraid of them with having power to hit the ball long. So they see a lot of fastballs, so they may do well against a fastball pitcher. So it's good for Welch to mix it up.
The 0-2 roundhouse curve misses far outside, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes to Mark Diraji. Top of the order, Grinstead, who's singled hard his last time up. He's on deck, itching to get a chance with 2 runners on base.
I wonder how many people here know this is the last inning.
Yeah, I bet you not many do.
Yeah, I would have put that up on the board right away. You know.
Or at least make the announcement before
Yeah,
the
make
7th
the
inning.
announcement. I would make the announcement earlier in the game.
No, you're right. That's a great point. I think I'd guess that most of the people here don't know. So it's a 1-2 count. Welch looking in extra long here for the sign. Probably going with a couple sets of signs. That's a good take up high.
No
No
go.
swing. Fans wanted it. They're trying to sell it.
I think they missed it.
You do?
I
think it
thought
was a
I
good.
thought he might have. I'd have to. It's one of those where you have to see it level from the side.
I mean, he went as far as you can go.
Yeah, just
but
about.
I
It was
don't
close.
think he went all the way.
It was close.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
You don't want to walk him here, that's for sure. Put the tying run on. 8-9 hitters. There
Oh,
it
that
is.
was low,
Ooh,
I
fouled
think.
it.
He did him a favor by fouling that one, I think.
Sure did, yep.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
But again, that was a pitcher's pitch because that
Yeah.
sunk.
George Welsh from hometown Derry, New Hampshire.
Former Pinkerton Academy pitcher.
Right.
Had a good career at Southern New Hampshire University.
Is he related to the Welch that
No, not
called him?
no, Nashua, no, not that I know.
The 2-2 pitch is on the way. And he did chase that time.
one, yep.
2 outs. The
So now
Bravehearts
it
down
gets
to
a
the
little
last out.
interesting. Gets a little interesting. Now you got 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, the top of the order.
Yep.
Grinstead, who wasted no time in any of his bats. He swung at the first pitch, I think, all 3 times. Steps in there. It is a lefty-lefty matchup. Grinstead taking his time getting into the box.
Tell you what, though, what a great crowd, huh?
Oh, terrific. And that almost makes me regret that it's a 9-inning game.
Yeah, really. That's
I mean, a 7-inning game,
I
not
know
9.
it. Lefty, lefty.
The kids don't know. You going to go down and tell them, Tom, in the left field? Swung on and missed.
That's the lefty-lefty matchup
Yeah.
right there. Left-hander's going to swing at that pitch where
Right.
right-hander might not.
Definitely a free swinger. Grinstead,
2
center
strikes
fielder.
away.
Rhythmic clapping by the Silver Knights fans. Check swing, and the umpire's going to call a strike on that. And Grinstead disagrees. The third base umpire is going to bark a little bit and say he should have checked. But Jeff Kleiner had the call, and he's not going to change it.
No.
And he's not going to change that. And he's going to get some grief.
Here we go. Yep.
Yep. 0-2 instead of 1-1.
What'd you think?
I thought he went.
So did I.
Yep.
0-2.
Probably would be 2-0 if he took both those pitches.
No kidding.
George Welch looks in for the sign, trying to get that final out of the game. Low with the fastball. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
This is what I like about this crowd. They're cheering on 2 strikes. I
Yeah,
haven't seen a lot, heard a lot of that this year.
they're in the game.
Yes,
and you know what? It
exactly.
seems like they know.
Maybe they do know it's
Maybe
only
they do
7.
know. Maybe the players let them know.
Yep.
And certainly the intensity's there on the part of the fans. The 1-2 pitch. Ripped foul down the right
Hung
field line.
a curveball.
Ooh, boy, Tom. I tell you
So
what.
you know what?
He puts that inside the pole. It's tie game.
So you know what? Now he's got to come high heat. He's got to
Okay.
get the lefty to chase.
Okay.
You follow up the curve with your best fastball, your strikeout pitch.
Shook off a pitch.
Probably shook. Yeah, let's see.
Maybe he shook off the fastball.
I don't hope not.
I know. 1-2.
Got
Swung
it.
on
There
and
it
missed.
is.
He shook off the breaking ball. And he went to the
time. And
fastball.
George Wells with a little wave to the little side to the Worcester people. And that's it. 7 in a row for the Silver Knights. John Collins, down I go. Happy 4th, everybody.
Happy 4th of July, Tom King. There is definitely some talking going on between the Silver Knights and the Bravehearts as the Silver Knights celebrate 7 wins in a row on a spectacular day for baseball and for celebrating the 4th here at Historic Holman Stadium. The Parks and Rec Division of Public Works, Nashua Public Works, putting on a great day of activities here. If you're watching this live on July 4, 2022, upcoming after this game, the fans clear out at 5:30 p.m. The free rock and roll concert featuring the Slackers or the Slakers. And that'll be followed by the Spartans Drum and Bugle Corps at 7:30. At 8 o'clock, the Nashua Hall of Fame inductions take place. And at 8:30, the Spartans Drum and Bugle Corps are back to center stage. And then at dusk, of course, is the regionally famous City of Nashua fireworks display to mark the 4th of July holiday here at Holman Stadium. Just a spectacular day of marking the holiday and of baseball that we just witnessed. A fairly brisk game played in, well, what was that? Looking at the clock, it was like 90 minutes. Amazing. A 7-inning contest that featured a 4-run first inning that was the difference in the game for the Silver Knights. A 4-2 victory preserved by the save by George Welch in relief, striking out the last batter that he faced. As we look down on the field, their suspended manager, Kyle Jackson's rejoined the team as he can following the conclusion of baseball. For my partner, Tom King, and my cameraman, Tim O'Neill, and our executive producer, Pete Johnson, thank you for watching this Nashua ETV telecast special on holiday day, 4th of July, 2022. I'm John Collins, and good afternoon from Holman Stadium, everybody.